A very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. Welcome to News Tonight, this third day of January 2022. Let's start with a look at the top stories. "35 lives were lost during the festive days to usher into the New Year's. Failed application of Witness Protection Act hinders prosecution. Teachers in private education institutions decry new school fees structure draft. While State Minister for Sports Peter Ogwang deliberates with Uganda's 51 sports federations. UBC News Tonight, welcome aboard. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Muhammad Mugalu joins in for sign language interpretation. The Police Directorate of Traffic registered 35 deaths during the festive day to usher in the new year 2023. The 30th December 2022 to the last, from the 30th December 2022 to the 1st of January 2023, traffic report from the traffic reports indicate 104 road crashes which claimed 35 lives and injured 114 other people. The Directorate spokesperson Farida Nampima attributes these numbers to recklessness on the road.
The nature of accidents registered by the Directorate of Traffic Police for the 3 days from the 30th of December 2022 to the 1st of January 2023, 28 were fatal, 49 serious, 29 minor, totaling to 104 and claimed 35 lives.
Then unknown cause, that is hit and run, we registered 4 fatals, 8 serious, making a total of 12 crashes registered due to hit and run as a cause. Then passengers falling off the vehicle, we registered 1 fatal.
Data for the 3 days shows motorcyclists were the highest victims, with 10 contributing to 28.5% of total deaths, followed by pedestrians who were 9 died, representing 25.71%. Passengers in other vehicles who died were 5, which is 14.26%. Passengers in heavy omnibus who died were 4, representing 11.43%. Passengers on motorcycles who died were 4, representing 11.43%. Drivers who died were 2, representing 5.7%. And 1 pedocyclist died, which is 2.86% out of the total deaths recorded.
And the drivers should avoid reckless driving, since it is the major cause of fatalities on our roads.
Reckless driving, careless pedestrians contributed to the road crashes.
3,175 traffic offenders arrested and issued with EPS tickets. We have reckless driving, 545, dangerous mechanical condition, 717, invalid driving licenses, 311, using vehicles without third-party insurance on the road, 259, speeding, 126.
Out of the 104 road crashes between 30th of December 2022 and 1st of January 2023, 55 crashes occurred on major highways, while 49 occurred in Kampala metropolitan area.
Then upcountry, we registered 18 fatal, 28 serious, and 9 minor.
Traffic police arrested 3,175 offenders, although some were released after paying the EPS tickets. Abdul Nasser Lobwama and Andrew Sebila for UBC.
Private Education Institutions Association of Uganda have castigated the new school fee structure draft, which is issued by the Ministry of Education and Sports, and it's to determine the school fees to be paid by parents in private schools. We have details to this.
The chairman of NAPEA, Kirabira Hasadu, alleges that there is an underlying plan by government to deal away with the liberalization of education sector, a menace that has over time seen players in the liberalized education sector running private schools take advantage to extort exorbitant school fees in a liberalized setting where government seems not to have control over them. However, Kirabira has appealed to government to identify other alternative means other than coming up with what he described as dormant policies that are ineffective.
We want to hear from government the essence of liberalization. We want to hear from government whether its intentions are to again nationalize the private sector. Because indirectly the government is taking over. We want to know who is behind finishing the long-time billion investments of people and who is misleading the minister and the president. We want to meet the president so that we discuss these issues at length. When the president deliberates on issues, they are diverted.
Kirabira says the hiked school fees is premised on the high operational charges like food, water and other utility bills through the unfriendly taxation regime. He revealed that admission in private schools is optional, urging that no parent is coerced to bring his or her child to private schools in a liberalized economy.
The maintenance of quality education, it takes a lot than he says. It takes passion, it takes investment, it takes time. Therefore, if you just come out of a blue and you say now by next year it will be ABCD, we have to distress or this, my friend, you either tell us to withdraw and do other businesses.
Story compiled by Nicholas Nduga for UBC News.
The outgoing chairperson Makerere University Convocation Assembly, Dr. Tanga Odoi, has denied allegations that he involved in rigging votes in favor of a one George Tuliamureba Mugabe. Although Tanga advises whoever is dissatisfied to go to court, one of the losers denies Tanga's allegation.
Following the misconduct by a few individuals during the just concluded Makerere University convocation elections, the outgoing chairperson Dr. Tanga Odoi has denied allegations of messing up the elections. He claims that the chaos was caused by a few individuals headed by a contestant, Charles Odongo-Tho, who wanted Dr. Tanga Odoi out of office earlier before the end of his term. But Odongo-Tho denies the allegations.
The bad thing, they did not accuse me by addressing this to me. They accuse me of siding with the winners by addressing the whole thing to the press. I think the best should have been to address this concern to me. And then I answer them that the winners are Ugandans who walk along the streets of Uganda.
Tanga is a liar. Tanga is an embarrassment to the country and especially to the organizations he works with. And I think he's also becoming an embarrassment to himself because he's overlying instead of concentrating on the right things that he should be doing to correct the wrongs that he caused. He caused the mess. He caused the mess to the convocation.
Dr. Tanga claims that Odongo-Tho and team through their lawyer Lukomwa advocates filed a case with intentions of adjourning elections, but court dismissed the case.
Court said, looking at the time, the elections are set to be held, which are remaining with only hours, and given the fact that the elections, if held, can still be annulled if the alleged irregularities, illegalities and malpractice are proven, there remains remedies for applicants to explore. Therefore, I do not find this application where an ex parte order should be granted, and I dismiss the same. Once their application was dismissed on the 29th, they now came to the assembly to try to make sure they block the elections.
Tanga applauded the Uganda police for timely response to the chaos during the elections. He, however, regrets for any injuries caused.
I don't see anything big with what police did here. Police did not even kill a person. Police simply said, since others have said they want to vote, they want to go on for elections, but you say you will not participate, and you don't allow the other ones their right out. If police beat anybody, it is unfortunate.
In law, there was no election. The Constitution says the annual general meeting will be convened by the returning officer or academic registrar. accordance with the Constitution. I am looking forward to the court declaring the annual general meeting a nullity, and hence no election took place.
However, elections were carried out and George Tuyamureba Mugabe was elected chairperson of the convocation for the next 4 years. Mary Namkose, Dan Lukomwa, UBC News.
Limited manpower, poor investigations in cases related to sexual gender-based violence and failure of witnesses to testify in such cases, which has hindered prosecution of sexual gender-based violence cases by the DPP office. The office of the DPP has handled over 3,000 cases of sexual gender-based violence in 2022.
In 2021, police report on sexual gender-based violence indicated 14,570 cases related to sexual gender-based violence and early pregnancy. 939 of these cases completed prosecution stage, which is 42% of the cases which were prosecuted. The same report indicated that 37.3% of the girls under the age of 18 get pregnant through sexual gender-based violence.
And guardians should desist from treating children as commodities and sources of wealth, but rather human beings who should choose their rightful, intimate partners.
What happens in those cases is that most times you have witnesses or victims that are not willing to testify, or the parents, let's say the mother of the victim, will come and try to influence the system so that the case is dropped.
In Uganda, cases of sexual gender-based violence are commonly reported in areas of Acholi, Bukedia, Koboko, Kayunga, Kapchora, Bududa, Amorata, Kakumiro, Diantonde, Rakai, Kwenyi, Ramo, Kaliro, Moyo, Nakapiripirit, Bulambuli, Manafu and Omoro district. Sexual gender-based violence acts also affect boys.
We had a case recently that was successfully prosecuted of a headmaster. He was called Impaji Didas, who was convicted of aggravated defilement and trafficking, and the victims were male children. And you can actually also have women as accused persons in gender-based violence cases.
To reduce case backlog, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has improved on case handling.
Since COVID-19, we have so far prosecuted over 3,000 cases, and these cases have been handled through special gender-based violence sessions, through plea bargaining, and through ordinary sessions.
Sometimes acts of sexual gender-based violence are associated with injuries to the victims, which in turn need special attention.
So we refer victims to various NGOs, CSOs that can provide or that provide services, those kinds of services, based on the situations that we have and the kinds of victims that we have and the trauma that they have suffered.
Despite the remedies put by the DPP's office, there are challenges that has failed the DPP's office to carry out prosecution of sexual gender-based violence cases.
A good number of police officers, investigators, do not know what kind of evidence to collect or how to collect the evidence, and this is especially when it comes to exhibits. And once exhibits are contaminated, then they become of no evidential value or purpose. Usually when cases delay in the system, we have a challenge of witnesses or victims losing interest in their cases because they tend to move on, or they have become cold, and so it becomes very difficult to extract evidence from them.
The absence of the Witness Protection Act is still a major challenge to the DPP's office, since witnesses often shy away from testifying before court.
Victims are closely related to accused persons, so they need to be protected. Otherwise, they easily get compromised, or they're easily threatened and forced not to come and testify in court.
However, the year 2023 is full with remedies for the DPP's office to handle sexual gender-based violence-related cases.
We have particularly trained scenes of crimes officers on how to handle exhibits and ensure that exhibits are not contaminated. Prosecutors have also been trained extensively on how to handle and prosecute gender-based violence cases with a victim-centered approach and a trauma-informed approach. Our advice to members of the public is to desist from committing gender-based violence. The offences.
According to the research conducted by UNFPA Uganda, 48,650 cases of sexual gender-based violence were reported in the year 2019-2020, and from January to June 2021, 1,142 cases were reported, and 38 cases were registered in a day. Deborah Namamonde, Nantongo Rebecca, UBC News.
Lands Minister Judith Nabakova has declined to respond to the opposition-leveled allegations at the Center of Politics in Mityana District, despite public demands to speak her political plans for the much-anticipated 2026 politics, in which she is likely to participate in holding the ruling party flag for the MP seat. However, Nabakova preferred appealing to the electorate to give the current political leadership in Mityana the opportunity to deliver their manifesto in the remaining 2 years ahead of the 2026 general polls.
Every year, the Lands Minister Judith Nabakova hosts friends, relatives and family to a Thanksgiving ceremony at her country home in Kalangalo, Mityana District. This year's ceremony was led by the chief priest of Buyambi Catholic Parish, Father John Fisher, at an event attended by cross-section of friends and well-wishers.
Era bagamba mu abampuliriza mu kitwale nti gye mukomya okwebaza Katonda naye gy'akomya okubayiira ebirungi bye.
However, at one point, politics overshadowed the set purpose of the Thanksgiving Mass.
Katosanga wa NRM nga wala no wa NRM okusinga bawala no wa NUP.
Despite the mixed reactions, eloquent speakers appealed to Lands Minister Judith Nabakova to consider their request of participating in the forthcoming 2026 general polls as their woman member of parliament for Mityana.
Because when they retrieve what she did last time and they compare with the current area MP, there is a very big discrepancy.
Present were a section of invited ministers and members of parliament.
Omuganda agamba nti siri akola ki president yasiima nti asaanidde era tumusaba akole ki yakwongerera eddala
kubanga nze ne Judith tubadde tutambula tuti ng'ewange bampadde ne ŋŋamba Mityana wano kyekyabaddewo naye tubeegayire tubeebaza nti muli mu kwejjusa tusaba n'obwombefu mwejjusirize eddala.
Ono golodi gwe mulina wano kati kiri eri mmwe kusalawo wawe mukola ki golodi bamuteekawa bamukuuma bulungi nnyo kumpi naawe mukitegedde bulungi kyenjogera mukitegeera Judith oye.
State Minister for Housing Persis Namuganza was the special guest at this year's Thanksgiving ceremony.
I think they are feeling it. They are missing her services because they see now her presence sometimes is seen more elsewhere in the country other than in the constituency where she comes from, or the district where she's born. Though she's trying to balance, but it's not like how it was before. And you can see the happiness which was here is just an indicator that they are yearning to see her presence more in the constituency other than just coming on in the ministerial capacity.
However, although Minister Nabakova acknowledges her people's political calls, she rather advises that the right time is not now.
I served without any reservations. I did what I did with all my heart, with all my strength. And they got another leader. I told them, let's give her an opportunity to serve, to see what she's going to do. She's there. We are giving her a benefit of doubt to also serve. But I did my part, and I'm proud that I did what I did.
Nabakova is, however, thankful to His Excellency President Kaguta Museveni for having assigned her to the Ministry of Lands.
When things happened, it happened to many of us. But me, Nabakova from Kalangalo, to be picked and appointed a minister When I don't have a good father, I believe it is God who touched His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda.
At the function, also a fundraising drive was held to facilitate works at Buyambi Parish. The minister also received gifts from her people. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Security agencies have recovered an assortment of used to fabricate improvised explosive devices in an operation conducted in Busoga East region. The regional police commander for Busoga East, Samuel Asimwe, has reiterated how the arrest of ADF informer linked the operation team to the recovery of these assortments.
The joint security operation led to the arrest of a suspected ADF informer, whose particulars are held for security reasons to avoid jeopardizing the investigations. The links which followed the arrest of the suspect have enriched security operation investigations in the interim. Unclassified reports indicates that the suspect was harboring elements used in the fabrication of improvised explosive devices.
We managed to arrest one suspect with links to some ADF cells that have been operating across the country.
The operation was grounded in Iganga Busei village, where security hardware was recovered. Among the recovered were radio calls, motorbike number plates, and other bomb-related items.
After the arrest of the suspect, the search was conducted in the house where he has been residing, and an assortment of exhibits that are related to bomb making were recovered, including some small cut particles of iron bars and some wires and other bomb making materials. Which
community leaders are cautioned about new members without clear areas of origin. The suspect is said to have lived in this area for a short time, living unfamiliar kind of life.
The landlords, the LCs, need to ensure that whoever comes seeking for accommodation is introduced to relevant authorities for record keeping and follow up, just in case anything happens in the future.
Tiwaba wali wakabenje kuna oba wali webitali bitebenkevu oba oli kubona omupangisa oyo esaawa dali kwiriramu nga tintebenkevu sobola okujja okulipotinga eri chairman oba eri abakusingako oyinongola obuzibu oba buli.
Recently, the president sounded a warning to whoever possesses their state of mind to drop them before security agencies closes on him or her.
Issue of crime, I want to assure Ugandans that there is no terrorist group or criminal group that can defy the combined strength of the UPDF, the Uganda Police, the intelligence services, the Uganda prisons, the Uganda Wildlife Authority, and the popular vigilance of the people.
Security is connecting these activities to the numerous attacks being projected to the security installations, especially police posts. Abdul Nasser Lubwama for UBC.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Kabode Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Kabode deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Kabode Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. everywhere you go. MTN, regulated by UCC.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4, yeah.
Allow me.
Paying for groceries with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution, or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312 206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
The Uganda Small Scale Industries Association USSIA is a business member organization for micro, small and medium industrialists that has been in existence since 1979 with over 10,000 members and 16 regional offices countrywide. USSIA's core purpose is to enhance competitiveness through development, promotion, policy and advocacy for micro, small and medium enterprises. Find us at USSIA Building, Umasho Grounds, Lugogo, or call us on 0414 574 527, 0774 130 454, or 0782 173 086. UBC Business News Tonight. Residents and leaders from the 9 districts of Karamoja region want acute food insecurity and malnutrition levels addressed in the region. They cite climate change and cattle rustling, for which interventions have not yet yielded results, although sustainable agriculture can solve the problem. This was an opinion that was aired by citizens through Twaweza's Sauti za Wananchi in Karamoja.
Of recent, famine and hunger hit Karamoja region, and a report by district officials to World Food Program shows that fatalities in 2022 caused by the current food insecurity in Karamoja was 2,465, but cited among children and the elderly. Residents and local leaders from Karamoja regions attribute the famine to insecurity, cattle rustling, climate change, and the long dry spells also linked to food scarcity.
Weaknesses because there was no any food for people to eat to make them get its strength to dig. At the same time, also these caterpillars, the armyworms, came and destroyed a few crops people put it down. Still, that is what encouraging it is the continuation of the hunger even next year.
We had 34 kraals in Kabong as a whole. But now, as you see, Kabong is only left with 2.5 kraals. So meaning that Kabong projected loss of 50,000 heads of cattle to the raids. Even a lame person in the village does not take his own child to school because reason being they always sell their own goats, his own cow to make sure that someone has gone to school.
Times like now this year, we had no even rain, but in some years, sometimes we do receive. When we receive too much rain, that is when we harvest something.
But in Apaka District Natural Resources Officer, also the Secretary for Disaster Management Committee Paulina Peter Lokong, and the Kabongo District Vice Chairperson Lokoti Joseph are overwhelmed with massive cutting down of trees for firewood and charcoal burning. These have created hostility in Karamoja region.
There is a lot of wind really which is blowing because of the impact of tree cutting in the district.
The person just goes straight to the bush and starts cutting trees and has to burn and bring charcoal for what? For sale.
In the same report, the last acute food insecurity IPC indicated that approximately 518,000 people were in urgent need of food assistance in Karamoja, with 428,000 individuals facing crisis levels of food insecurity and 90,000 in emergency levels between March and July 2022. This is the time there was a call for emergency food intervention in Karamoja. Bokora East Constituency Member of Parliament Napaka District Peter Kenlo Chap and Lokuti Joseph assert that modern irrigation systems should be installed in Karamoja for sustainable agriculture.
In order to avoid being reliant on donation, we must actually grow food for ourselves. Because the problem here is the food. Nothing else. And the problem here is the people have been tilling this land for the last 100 years with only this small horse. At least when you see a tractor, it will appear as if you have seen an angel passing around your village. We need tractors to ensure that we open gardens for the people to go and plant. The other thing is also we need at least a smaller scale irrigation because now we don't rely on this rainfall.
Leaders decry limited resource envelope allocated to Karamoja region and appeal to government for more funding.
In the whole financial year, you cannot reach all the villages because the funds is limited. We received 32 million in the whole financial year for all those for environment and natural resource management activities, including climate change, including tree planting. So we continue lobbying from our Ministry of Water and Environment for additional funding.
The effect of the COVID-19 lockdown also escalated the prices of user commodities. Starting February 2022, statistics also showed that 91,600 children and 9,500 pregnant women were acutely malnourished. Amwai Vanjuko for UBC News.
The Batwa community in Kisoro want land, education and financial support to get out of poverty. The community, who were until a few years ago living in forests and woodlands as hunter-gatherers, the Batwa, who were until a few years ago living in forests and woodlands as hunter-gatherers, are living in abject poverty after they were ejected from the forests they called home then. Lack of land with no source of income has made the Batwa vulnerable to maltreatment from host communities.
Though known to have been the pioneer natives of all the plains, hills and valleys of the present-day Kisoro district, the Batwa are now landless and living in abject poverty. This is after they were ejected out of the forest and bushes they previously lived as food gatherers and hunters. They are currently living on fringes of national parks and host communities where they are surviving on handouts. Make Me Smile, a charity organization, was delivering assorted relief food and other items to the Batwa community of Imperwa Hill, Nyakabande sub-county, Bufumbirwa in Kisoro district as a New Year provision.
Marginalized community, they need our assistance. They need us to smile with them, to make them feel accepted in the community.
The director, Make Me Smile, Musanase Gloria, seeks for support to the Batwa, who are now facing challenges of poverty, food scarcity, landlessness, and early pregnancies.
Telling us how their children go to work in people's gardens and girls are raped, and some actually are getting infected with HIV, and it's a concern to parents.
A Mutwa youth who is also a senior 4 dropout, Kweringa Jackson, claims they are being infected with HIV/AIDS by those purporting to be helping them.
So, dufite ntato nk'umuryango w'abatwagora no kuri mbetwa uretse nano kuri mberwa gusa aho umuryango wose w'abatwabo bitororeye hose bari kumva bose ho bari kubona abona nta kintu bagira nta kintu government yaduhaye kuva yatwirwa mu shamba ryacu.
The chairperson, Batwa community Wilson Sebasere, wants government to get them land for cultivation so that they can grow their own food.
Bari kugenda bakaja konona nk'ubuntu bw'abantu ugasanga bari kunduhisha ejo bundi abana inzara yarayira barya nta kintu dufite none bari kumbaza miliyoni 2 nawe uri kurana haka kazu kari izo miliyoni 2 mpamvu uri kureba nazikura.
Ntiyamugize impamvu zanyu muzi ko tubikoraga mugomba kubaza mukaja kureba chairman n'akakiko ke impamvu zanyu bakazijamo babona zibananiye bakongera bakabohereza bukaza mu ofisi ya chairman wa village. Sibyo
wige gukora ushaka kantu kiyonge usi ahangaha chairman mu community ahandi umutwe afite sente bamwimitaka. Oya.
Joseph Oko, Andeo Habrimana, UBC.
Let's take a short break. Keep it with us.
The festive season is here and it's Christmas in 4G from Airtel. Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda, now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones this holiday season.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. Happy holidays this festive season with Airtel, the smartphone network.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Over the years,
we've dreamed to get onto the world stage. We've had that dream crushed. We've witnessed a total defeat of what could have been our greatest moment. We've felt our spirits go up, only to take a hard fall. We've had our fires burn out and leave only scars. We've seized the wind and had it pulled from our grasp. We've seen pain and we've seen loss of the last fragments of hope. But we are made of resilience, and resilience never stops dreaming. So we will dream even bigger with the Cranes Cup Bowl 2026. Together, let's take Uganda to the next FIFA World Cup.
Together, let's take Uganda to the next FIFA World Cup. For every Now Special you buy, we will give 50 shillings to the Uganda Cranes 2026 fund. You will also get the chance to choose how the Cranes Cup Bowl contributions are spent. Now Special, official beer of the FIFA World Cup and official beer partner of the Uganda Cranes.
Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
Paul, this is such a big investment.
Yes, but life is even a greater investment.
Our doctors recommend Hemofort to help in quick recovery.
Hemofort is a medical syrup that's recommended for people of all ages, pregnant women, and people from all lines of work. Hemofort syrup helps the body's growth of red blood cells. It contains iron, vitamins, folic acid, and other essential elements necessary to keep both children and adults healthy and active. Hemofort. Build a fort around your family today. Keep all medicines away from children. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Yes, hello? This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Calling you from the mobile service center.
Okay. So how can I help you?
Well, we have noticed a few things wrong with your number and need your mobile money PIN.
Tonfera, never give out your password or PIN to any caller. Your mobile service provider will never call or ask for your personal details. If in doubt, go to your nearest phone service center. This message is powered by UCC, MTN, Airtel, Bank of Uganda, and NPSP Association.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Soka numpa hemanga tona dinda Kenya unta Yesu kodia Alasoga miuse ni karamateri wanenyura Jonyambe umpe yoku hema Cause I love you hema Everybody know Oh hema Maziganga gampomela.
It's a new world. We are going global. A new world of greater connectivity. From Entebbe to Dubai, London, Mumbai, and Guangzhou. Welcome aboard a great new experience.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
It's better to foster respect instead of fear and pain.
Cause a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Thank you so much for watching. Leaders from Acholi sub-region have been urged to implement the presidential initiative to establish an industrial hubs across the country to skill and transform unemployed youth, vocational retooling and mindset change. This was disclosed by the State House Controller, Ms. Jane Bareche, at a graduation ceremony in Gulu District.
While officiating the first graduation ceremony of youth trained in different vocational skills and mindset change from Acholi Industrial Hubs, Ms. Jane Barike, the State House Controller, urged the leaders in Acholi sub-region to allow a newly graduated youth to use their skill to promote government programs in the districts.
First of all, I'm going to call upon all these government workers to give me a hand in supporting these youth go into these government programs. Please, colleagues, let's join hands and support these young people, because if they live here, we are not going to get connected to them again. Let's register them, let's go into these development models and other programs and see how we can link them into them.
A senior 6 dropout, Godfrey Ulum, who was trained on metal work and fabrication, says industrial hubs has resurrected his dream of becoming a civil engineer.
Now I've reformed and I have a different mindset. I know if I go back, I should first start with changing the mindset, because I know my fellow youth down there, most things they like is drinking and maybe dancing.
The Amoro District Chairman, Michael Lacogne, says this has been the most successful initiative government has provided to Acholi sub-region.
In Acholi sub-region is going to bail us. One, in making sure that we transform Acholi sub-region by allowing these children become job creators other than job seekers.
The MP for Kelak South in Amoro District, Gilbert Olanya, applauded the government for establishing this hub, which he says will play a central role in the fight against poverty.
The certificate you are getting today, you in 5 years to 10 years to come, you will be far much better than someone who went to university and qualified as an engineer. From here, you are going straight to the job.
Acholi Industrial Hubs is part of the 22 industrial hubs established by the government of Uganda with the directive from the president. The institutions has graduated 220 youth from all the 9 districts in Acholi sub-region. Stephen Okele reporting for UBC TV in Gulu City.
Vice President Jessica Lupo has assured mourners that investigations have commenced into the incident where 10 people lost their lives during the celebrations for the New Year, and whoever that will be found to have violated the Public Order Management Act will be punished. She was representing the president at the burial of the students of Seroma High School and Golden Ways Primary School respectively, who were among the 10 people who lost their lives in the New Year's concert at Freedom City in Kampala. Daniela Chibuka, aged 14, and Daniel, aged 7, have been buried at their ancestral home in Kakumiro Town Council, Kakumiro District. Alupo told mourners that yesterday she visited the scene on the instructions of the president to commiserate with the families that lost dear ones and to extend support of 5 million shillings for each of the persons who died to help with the burial arrangements and other emergencies.
I would like, on my behalf and on behalf of my family, to extend my sincere condolences to the people of Kakumiro District, the people of Bunyoro, and indeed all the people of Uganda upon the loss of lives, not only of Daniel and Daniela, but also other Ugandans who lost their lives in that incident in Freedom City, while celebrating the successful end of 2022 and also expecting to receive 2023 in a jubilant way. It is a culture all over the world to welcome the new year in every country, in every village, in every society, in different ways. And that's why our Ugandans also that day gathered in Freedom City. They did not know that it was going to turn into mourning disaster, which has brought us here. And yesterday when I arrived in Kampala and at Freedom City, the police briefed me that a number of our dear ones who lost their lives had been buried the previous day. And also there is one unclaimed body in Mulago. But they briefed me that this burial of Kakumiro was today, and I chose to travel to come here to join you in this ceremony when we are sending off our loved ones. So I'd like to assure you that the government is mourning with you, government cares about you, and government feels for the loss which was occasioned during that incident. And it is very painful, specifically for this family and another family in Butambala. The parents of those children, the Butambala, one doctor lost 2 children, and also he again one doctor lost 2 children. The most painful of them all. Life is very precious, you can compare with anything. The children have gone, and also the dear ones. But it's very important that we get the root cause of the problem so that it does not happen again. As I have said already, you can't compare life with anything. But because of compassion, as you know, His Excellency the President is a parent, and Mama Janet Kataha, they have sent 10 million Uganda shillings towards supporting the family on this emergency which occurred and was not planned for. And His Excellency the President asked me to tell you that he will find time to visit you, the people of Kakumiro, and also the people of Bunyoro. But now we are here to mourn. We cannot talk detailed issues of programs. We want to send our children in peace. And I would like to say that may the Almighty God rest their souls in eternal peace. If it is the father or the mother who went with the children, or the uncle or the auntie who went to the children to Freedom City, let's have some kindness, because he or she did not know that what happened was going to happen.
Her Excellency the Vice President, retired Major Jessica Alupo, at a funeral of the 2 juveniles whose lives were lost at Freedom City the fateful night of 31st December 2022. That way we come to the end of all we had for you at this particular moment. Let's catch you at 10 p.m. with a bigger arrangement. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Mili Kutesa here has the weather forecast report.
My name is Kutesa Mili Inkabo with your weather update. We are having sunny intervals dominating most parts of the country. Nevertheless, we are having spillovers of rainfall here and there, more especially in the central and the southern part of our country. Seeing the satellite picture, we are having the highs of the northern part of our country pushing the rain belt far south of our country. Nevertheless, we are having spillovers from the Congo Yamas and the southeasterlies, bringing some light as showers here and there within our country. Tomorrow morning, though, we are having sunny intervals in morning hours across the central part of our country, the eastern and the western stretch, though the northern part of our country is expected to have sunny conditions. But afternoon hours, we are seeing a pickup of light showers across the central part of our country, the eastern stretch and the western, but the northern is going to continue with sunny intervals at a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Just moving out of Uganda to in the few cities across the globe, in the neighborhood of Nairobi, we are having sunny intervals at a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius. London with cloudy conditions in combination with Dubai, but Cairo with sunny intervals at a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Kutesa Mili. Stay tuned and see you.